and welcome. My name's Sam and this is The Little Greenhouse Creates. Thank you for joining me today, and thank you for joining me for our second in this series of the Fluffiest of Friends stamp set. Oh dear, excuse me, but it's a real tickle. I have got a drink with me, so just in case. So just to remind you, this is the stamp set that we are using today, and this is the card that we created yesterday. And so we're going to slightly up the ante on this one, and we're going to do, so we've gone from horizontal to vertical. Oops, she says dropping it. Horizontal to vertical stamping and masking. So this is the card we're going to create. Right, let me bring in the supplies and we can go over what we've got. So there's my little mask that I used yesterday. I will need one more of those. I've got two little balloons which I have cut out using the dies from the die set. And here is our rest of our supplies. So this is Night of Navy. So it cut at 8 inches by 5 3/4, and I've scored it at the 4-inch mark. And somewhere there it is my bone folder. So I'm just going to burnish that to give it a nice crisp cut or fold. I've then got a piece of white cardstock which measures 3 3/4 by 5 1/2, and that's the one we're going to do all the work on. I have a 3 1/2 by 5 1/4 layer which will go inside, and then I have these little measurements. So I have this piece which is for the sentiment, which is 1/2 inch by 4 3/4. Then I have a backing or a layer for the sentiment which measures 5/8 by 4 7/8. Now these are numbers I don't normally delve into, but for this particular card we need to. And then I have the designer series paper which is 1 1/2 by 5 1/4. So they will all sit on like that. Okay, so before we start, we need to start gluing. We need to get our characters into place. So I'm going to bring in my post-it note. Okay, and then I'm going to not only stamp the character onto here, I'm actually going to stamp it onto this designer series paper as well. So let's do that. Okay, so using the early espresso for the outline, I'm going to bring the cat in, and I'm going to move him right over as far as I dare to the left hand side and to the bottom of the paper. So let's just pop him down to there, and then I lift him up. Excuse me, and then I'm going to stamp him again onto my post-it note. So remembering that the sticky bit is at the base. Let's pop that away for a second, and then we're going to cut him out. Now I'm actually only going to need to mask the top of the cat, so I'm not going to worry too much about the detail on the bottom, but I do obviously need the bottom, so because that's where the sticky bit is. So I'm just going to cut straight across here, around the cat, like so. Up. Now this is where I'm going to be a little bit more precise, because this is the bit that actually needs masking. There we go. So round his ears, straight across his head, and up the other side. There we go. Okay, and then back round again. And again, as I say, don't need to be as precise on this bit. So now we've done this, I'm going to layer my cat. I'm actually going to make sure that the ears fit into place first of all. So I'm happy that's where the ears are going to go. I'm going to hold it down and then stick down the bottom, like so. I'm then going to stamp the bunny rabbit, and I'm going to do him in Pebble Path.
Sorry, I don't know that.
And there is our weekly interruption from Alexa. Okay, so Alexa, the rabbit is going to go over the top of the pussycat's ears and straight down. Okay, like so. And then we can place the rabbit in, again making sure that his ears are the ones that are masked, and then we stick him down. Then I'm going to bring back in the early espresso and use the, it's coming out with lots of words but I can't think of it, guinea pig, there we go. I knew it wasn't a beaver. So here we go. So he's going to go over the top like so. There we are. So once we've done all of that, we can then now remove the masks, and this gives us the three characters all sitting on each other's shoulders. So the next thing to do would be to colour those in, which of course as normal I have already done just to save us time. However, I have left the balloon, and I'm going to colour that in with dark Calypso Coral. So I'm just going to use the dark rather than the light as well. There we go. Perfect. Okay, and so what we're going to do now is to add the other two balloons that I previously cut on there, and then this one here. Now the smaller of the two I'm actually going to rise up with dimensionals, or raise up with dimensionals, should I say. So on that one, and the other one I will glue down. So I'm going to pop him there without sticking him down. Take my glue and just put a little bit of squiggle onto here. There we go. And then I can put him into place. That's 1, 2, and now we can take the backing off of this one and we can add him into place as well. Excellent. So now we can bring in our other pieces. So the first piece of the designer series paper, and then that can be glued down into position like so. I'm going to add glue onto that. Bit of fluff. There we go. Now this designer series paper is the designer series paper that comes with the hot air balloon stamps. I can't actually think of its name at the moment. Bear with me. Let's get the catalogue out. I'm sure it'll be in here. So let's have a quick look. So we're looking for the hot air balloon. So as we're coming to the end of the, there's the hot air balloon. As we're coming to the end, now the hot air balloon bundle, lighter than air, 6x6 is the designer series paper. And as I say, we're coming to not just the end of this catalogue, but the end of the 2022-2023 catalogue. No, 23-24 catalogue. And we get our new one in May. So there are lots of bargains to be got if you log on to the website. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to stamp the sentiment, which is the happy birthday, and I'm using this from She Says. You would think I was prepared. So Sincere. Oh, excuse me. And I'm going to stamp it in the Pebble Path. Tap that gently on the side there. And then I'm just going to add that and down. There we go. Lovely. Okay, so we've got that side, and now that can be layered onto our Calypso coral. So I am just going to run some glue down the end here. There we go. And then that will be raised up on dimensionals. Yeah, lovely. Okay, so I have one at the top, excuse me, one at the bottom, and one in the middle, like so. And pull off the backing tabs. Hey, that went flying. And then straight across, like so. And we can roughly put, sorry, I'm laughing, I'm not sure if you could hear that, but Alexa just whispered back at me. So she's obviously in for the whole card making today. Okay, let's pop that one down there. And then that can go onto there like so. So we'll use the glue again. There we are. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in our little guinea pig. Not quite sure why the word guinea pig seems to be avoiding my brain today, but we'll add him into the bottom left hand corner. There he is, like so. Ooh. And then that can be layered inside. And there is our inner layer. So that is our card. I hope you liked it. It's a bit of fun. And then I'm back again on Friday, should you wish to join me, with another in the series for this stamp set. And then they'll be slightly different from this one. So thank you ever so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed the video, and whatever you do for the rest of the day, stay safe, happy crafting, and lots of love. Bye.